Welcome to today's Literati Lens. At the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee Special Collections, a pair of hanging scrolls quietly testifies to one of modern China's most restless and recalcitrant minds. The calligraphy, rendered in sweeping, confident strokes, bear the signature of Kang Youwei, 1858 to 1927, the philosopher, reformer, and exile who once sought to rebuild an empire with the force of an idea. The couplet reads, 花烛多高逸，淡然心所心, which means flowers and bamboos embody lofty grace. A tranquil heart finds joy therein. The ink flows with an austere balance between vitality and expression. Beneath its literati serenity lingers the pulse of political rebellion. For Kang, art was never ornament. It was the residue of conviction. Having led the failed 100 Days Reform of 1898, he fled into exile while his allies were executed and the emperor imprisoned. Yet, even in displacement, Kang continued to write. Each brushstrokes are reconstructions of moral order amid historical collapse. This couplet transforms the traditional bamboo flower trope, symbols of purity and detachment, into an act of philosophical self-portraiture. Kang's brush reveals a man who turns exile into introspection and aesthetic distance into ethical stance. His calligraphy embodies what he once sought in politics, a world refined by principle rather than power. In this, Kang joins a lineage of displaced thinkers who made exile a mode of clarity and transcendence. Victor Hugo, writing Les Miserables in his self-imposed exile on the Channel Islands, transformed political banishment into moral authorship. From the windows of Hotelville House in Guangxia, he looked out upon the Atlantic and declared, "Exile has made me a free man." The ocean became both his prison and his scripture, each wave echoing his belief that literature could outlast empire. Thomas Mann, decades later, spoke from another kind of displacement. When Hitler came to power in 1933, men fled Germany, first to Switzerland, then to Princeton University, and later to Pacific Palisades, California. From exile, he becomes a moral voice of the free world, delivering radio addresses to Germany, defending democracy, and warning against the seductive aesthetics of authoritarianism. In the 1948 lecture, he declared, "Where I am, there is Germany. I carry my German culture within me." This conviction deeply resonates with the literati notion of Wenren as moral custodian, transformed exile into a spiritual geography. Mann's Wiener mind was not merely nostalgia for Goethe's Germany, it was a defense of human dignity through art and intellect. His cosmopolitan idea, or the Bergentum, echoes Kang Youwei's own transformation from transformer to world traveler. Both men believed that culture could transcend the confines of nation and empire, turning personal displacement into universal insight. Moreover, an inverted seal on Kang's scroll declares, 16 years in exile, 3 journeys around the world, 4 continents, 31 countries, 600,000 miles. This red imprint, at once boast and lament, reads like a poem of distance, a geography of moral wandering. It reminds us that literati idea of 高逸, elegant detachment, need not mean isolation, but a capacity to remain inwardly composed amid worldliness. Today, as we stand before these scrolls from the Zhou Chezhong donation, Kang's ink still breathes that paradox of the modern scholar. To cultivate serenity within turbulence, and grace within exile.